Hi guys, and welcome to our video for today, the 29th of July, 2026. So let's go through the watch list, what we can find on these stocks for day trade setups, holding them overnight in the 4-hour time frame, what we need in terms of price to enable us to do that, and also the daily time frame for some swing trades. Not got my camera on at the minute, I'll probably put it on for the next video, but with that, let's just get straight into this video then and talk about stocks. So NCRA, looking for a day trade here on the 5-minute time frame. This one's super easy to chart out. It had like a good run up in the first half of market open today across 2:30 to across 9:30 to 11 Eastern time. So for me, 2:30 till 4 in the UK. But currently on vacation and is currently around 20 to 9 in the evening. It's a bit later for me. But right here we have a falling wedge formation against the resistance of $3 here. We've chopped through 3 quite a lot, so the more times you go through resistance, the weaker it becomes. We broke down, we broke out, we broke down, we broke out, and we also, once we broke out, broke back down again. So the more times you put a hole in the wall, the weaker the wall becomes. And there's lots of holes in this ball because we've broken through $3 many times. So it's less convincing resistance. However, though, we've never broken over $4, so 4 must be a super strong resistance because we never even broke that one before. That's how strong it is. And we only came there and rejected from it and never even broke above it. So that's really strong. And when you put trading like that, in that perspective, it becomes a lot more simple rather than using fancy terminology. And with that said, I'm going to be waiting for 1 minute green candle close over 4 or a 2-3% push over 4 to make sure I'm buying into strength and buying into a strong breakout and not an unconvincing breakout. And from that position, I'll be expecting it to run at least 8% for my first target for a day trade, my stop loss to match. I think this one will be done if we were to lose 60 EMA on the 5-minute time frame for any sort of day trade in the future, short term, or any swing trade or holding it overnight. I just think the stock will be done to be honest if we lose 60 EMA on the 5-minute time frame, which is currently around 2.3. So let's call it 2.3. If we leave 2.3, we're done on this one, NCRA. So let's go in the 4-hour time frame and see what we can find now. So to hold this stock overnight, and be confident in doing so, I'd wait for 4-hour green candle close, excuse me, over $4 on this one, with the first target being around 25 to 30% from entry, with 5.2 being the take profit around there, 5.2, 5.25. So yeah, I wouldn't hold this overnight until we get a 4-hour green candle close over 4. I'm currently just like a spinning top at the minute. I've forgotten what it's called, just an indecision candle, and when the candle body is a bit larger and the bottom wick and the top wick matches in size, not really convincing in terms of direction and which way we're going to go. The only way we can find conviction in continuing the uptrend is if we get a 4-hour green candle close over $4 by end of today, end of tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be respecting 5.25, 5.2 area as a first target. The next target after that would be the 200 200 exponential moving average here on the 4-hour. Around $6.9 to $7. So I sell 50% at 5.2, 5.25, and I sell 40% around 7, and then leave 10% to ride until I feel like the trade is done or I want to take my profit. So this one looks quicker than the daily. So to be honest, guys, we might be able to hold this for more than just overnight and into Friday potentially, or maybe Monday next week if we do get a daily green candle close over $4, because we have $4 as a major resistance here, but also we've got the 60 EMA acting as just strengthening that resistance with a death cross. And once we build upon the 60 EMA, we gap up to the next resistance, and then the one above that is basically the $7 with a 4-hour time frame. So this one with the daily green candle close over $4 looks really good, and would expect further continuation on this one, most definitely, over a series of days. This one looks good, NCRA. Don't keep it off the watch list, keep it on the watch list. It looks very good, guys. So let's go to AMIX then and look for a day trade entry on this one. So I'm going to mark the high here, 7.25, which is the up thrust, and we're going to draw a negative trend line like that and convert it into a falling wedge formation like this. And 95% of the price action takes place in this navy line here at the top and this navy line here at the bottom. And someone that spends 95% of their life somewhere, they're very comfortable with their own comforts and stuff, and price here is very comfortable with being in between this navy line here at the top and this navy line here at the bottom. However, when it finally breaks the top, it becomes euphoric and thinks, wow, I spent 95% of my life in these bands, then I can't even believe what life has to offer outside of these bands, because it's euphoric and breaking up in price. And it basically is around 5.7, which is the resistance. So we have that thrill, as explained, and also the euphoria of breaking the 5.7 major resistance also, which is a major deal, guys. So once you break up 5.7, I'll be looking from entering this. That's the next resistance. And I expect it to run at least 8% from entry for a first target, just for a day trade. That's my strategy. You can learn more about it on the Discord. Check us out, link in the video description on Twitter bio. But ultimately, I'd expect us to run towards 6.97 as well as its next resistance, and also the top of the wedge. And the top of the wedge is structurally a first target as well from entry. So yeah, and if we were to lose on the other downside of this risk, if we were to lose 4.2, you're failing a double bottom, as we've got bottom one here on the 5-minute time frame, and you'll have your second bottom around here also, which you've not had yet. Fortunately, we've been above it. So failed double bottom if we were to lose 4, failed golden cross retest coming into 60 EMA, and failed support retest of 4.2. So beneath 4.2, we're done on this one. If we lose 4.2, sorry, not 4.2, we are done on this, as you can see from my cursor, where the resistance is just here. Yeah, beneath 4.2 is no good for a day trade, swing trade, holding overnight, anything at all. So let's look at the 4-hour time frame on this one then, and see what it has to offer. Right, I don't like this at all, to be honest. We've got resistance here with the 60 EMA, around 5.4. We've got resistance here with 5.7, the one-day resistance. So, and then we've got resistance here at 7. So I guess the 4-hour candle close over 5.7 would see us hit 7. But the risk to reward isn't great because that's around a 20% first target, 15-20%. In contrast to NCRA, which can move from 4 to 7. So this one can only go from 5.7 to 7. So I'd rather focus on NCRA, to be honest. And once we get above 7, we've got resistance here around 7.5, 7.6 with the 200 simple moving average, and also 7.7, 7.8 with the 200 exponential moving average on the 4-hour time frame as well. Pre-death cross retest. So it's got a lot of resistance in between, guys, and lots of resistances in the way. And think of it like a running track. You know, you're going to run faster with a clear running track ahead of you. If there's loads of like obstacles on it and stuff that's going to, like a banana peel and you know, all sorts of slippy stuff, stuff that's not good, can affect your speed, you're going to be slower and it's going to be more difficult. Same here, you know, we've got tricky stuff like moving averages, resistances, and it's just tricky and slower. It's going to make it for us. Let's just focus on the clean run. And we don't really get that here, so we don't really like this for holding it overnight. But if you're desperate, you can wait for a 4-hour green candle close over 5.2 on 5.7 on this one, and hold it overnight into tomorrow. But then again, we've also got resistance here from the 60 EMA around 6.5 also on the daily time frame. So there's even another resistance here, guys, to add to our problems on the daily time frame. So I wouldn't look to swing this or hold it overnight at all, to be honest, on this one. I just wait for 1 minute, green candle close over 5.7 or 2-3% push over 5.7, and that would be good for me on that one for a day trade. Swing trade's not really great on that one. So let's go to MSS over here. Let's look for a day trade. This one's completely fell off. I think it got halted up and all the momentum got lost after a double top around here. So as you can see, and again, you can learn more about this in our week 3 seminar in Atlanta Trading, link in the video description on Twitter bio. So a double topped around here, which is bearish, and then reversed to the downside, as you can see, all the way from 3.67 to 1.8 beneath. I don't like this. This one's about to die. If it leaves this 1.6, it's done completely for a day trade and a swing trade. And the only way if it's any sort of day trade I take on this, if we reclaim the Bollinger Band Center, and the take trades before moving averages in the 1 minute and 5 minute time frame, and the Bollinger Band Center is the highest one right now, around 2.5. So yeah, it's got a long way to go. So I can't take a trade until it gets above 2.5. And then look, if we do break 2.5, I expect 6 to 8% first target. And beneath 1.6, yeah, we're done on this one. Doesn't look very good, guys. And again, beneath 1.6, done for a swing trade, holding it overnight, and for a day trade, holding it overnight. I just wait for 4-hour green candle close over 3.25, which is really unlikely to happen because we've got resistance here with a Bollinger Band Center on the 4-hour around 2.35, and if we even do reclaim that and close above it and above the next resistance of 3.25, it's still not great because we've got a higher resistance at around, if we just get above the Bollinger Band Center here and close above it like this in the green candle, we've got another resistance here with the 60 EMA around 3.1. So what we need is what I was trying to draw there, a daily green candle close, sorry, 4-hour green candle close over 3.25, and that will give us a clear run to 4.5 and 5.6. But I don't think this will happen, to be honest. But if you want to hold this overnight, all we need is a 4-hour green candle close over 3.25, and then we should run to 4.5 and 5.6 for take profits for your death cross retest with a 200 simple moving average on the 4-hour. But like I said, I don't think that will happen. It feels like a waste of time talking about it, to be honest. NCRA is definitely the best one right now. And daily time frame, daily candle close over 3.25 will see us at 4.5 for a take profit. I'll sell 80% there, and then leave 20% to run if we do break over. And I wouldn't look to swing it at all, to be honest. Mainly because we've got the daily resistance of 4.5 and 60 EMA here, and also the Bollinger Band Center is an issue around 2.8 on the daily, as well as the 3.25 resistance. So I'd wait for 3.25 to be reclaimed. But again, this is no good in my opinion for a swing trade. Only NCRA is good all across the board, and MSS looks good for nothing, to be honest. AMIX looks okay for a day trade. So yeah, make sure to write some notes, and if you want our mentorship as well as alerts, trade reviews, publicized trading journals, live trading, obviously when we make every single trade live, check us out, link in the video description and the Twitter bio. So thanks guys, and catch you all later.